Hi Adrija.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So, would you like to begin with a quick intro?
Yes, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am Adrija Biswas. I'm from West Bengal and I am 14 years old and I read in class 8.
Okay, what else? What are your hobbies? What do you like doing and what do you not like doing?
Yeah, I love doing studies, like especially science, and then reading other books
Hmm.
and listening to music and traveling.
Excellent. I'm so glad to have you here. You're probably my first female student.
Really?
Yes. I've been here for the past 1 month now, around 3 weeks, and you're the first female student.
I see.
Okay. So did you go through the document for today?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So what was it? Did you like
Um,
it?
Yeah, like it is a pretty weird topic according to the others. Like it is helping a friend move to your
Yes.
city.
Yes. Helping a friend move. Yes. So what do you think you'll do if a friend of yours wishes to move to your city?
Yes, I have already like there are some friends that have transferred to other places. So if yes,
Who
some friend
who have transferred?
there was one of my friends. Now I don't see her at all. Like she used to read with me in like till class 4, but
Hmm.
after that her father transferred. His job was he had to transfer from place to place after 4 years. So like
Okay.
he transferred, and I don't know where she went, but we have lost contact. So yeah, that's pretty sad.
Okay. Okay. So no, but have you ever helped a friend move to somewhere, to some place?
No, nobody has ever moved to my city. Actually, it's not a city, it's a small town, I'd say.
Okay. What is it called?
It's Raiganj.
Raiganj. Okay. 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 Hmm.
So if
So,
someone comes to my city, then of course I would help him or her. Like, if he is or she's my really close friend, then of
hmm,
course, because I know, like, if you transfer to a place, then that month, especially, that is going to be a really hectic month. To at first find a apartment maybe, and then
hmm,
settle down there to know the place, like you live on the place that you left,
hmm.
where the place that you left already, and now you are in a totally new place. So it is a really hectic month at the first month. So of course, if I can help him or her in any way, then I would.
I can totally relate with what you said because I also recently moved to Delhi from Ludhiana for my college. So I am in Delhi University and I am pursuing graduation in English honors.
Wow.
Yes,
Yes.
and psychology as my minor.
Wow, yeah, psychology is a great subject. I know nothing about it, but still, it just sounds as a really interesting.
Yeah, it is really interesting. If you happen to take humanities in class 11th,
Yes,
you'll fall
yes.
in love with psychology like I did. Okay, so how will you help that friend who has hypothetically moved to a city? Uh, how will you make him or her comfortable or more familiar with your city?
Well, at first comes to choose an apartment or a
Mm-hmm.
rent for a house. So at first, we have to choose it. So of course, I would help him to choose it too, and I would look to like good houses, nice houses that he will be comfortable to live with. If it is
Mm-hmm.
house, an apartment, then he can. So at an affordable price, if he gets, then I would help him to buy that apartment. And then comes the day when he will shift to this place. So, well, that day, of course, um, unpacking of furnitures and luggages, that is the thing that is going to happen the first day. So, like, of course, he or she would need some help because he will not be able to do it alone. And, like, all my friends are like me, like, 14 years old. So if they transfer, then they will transfer with their parents. So but
Hmm.
if it happens like that, that he or she has to come alone, then yes,
Hmm.
I think he or she would feel really like it is going to be a really hectic day for him or her. So of course he would need help. So yes, I would do that, and then I would make him or her familiar with the hospitals and
Hmm.
the grocery shops, these
Hmm.
malls and markets and everything, because and the days when they are closed and the days when they are open, because he needs to get familiar with that place.
Hmm.
So yes, and yes, this is what I'm going to do. And yes, if he or she, also going to invite or her sometimes.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Adrija, uh, how familiar are you with your own city, with your with the place that you live in?
I'm quite familiar with the heart of the city, like the main place. But if I talk about the other places, like a little bit further away, I don't really know a lot of people from there, or the neighborhoods that I don't really know about them. So maybe I'd give it a 8.
8.
Yes.
Okay. So, when your friend is settled and has moved to the city successfully, which places would you suggest to him or her to eat? Street food joints or restaurants, or which places
Yes,
like
yes. I
hang out spots?
Yes,
Or,
yes. So there are a lot of restaurants over here that are really fancy
hmm,
and expensive, but they are not worth the rate. So there
hmm,
are a lot of restaurants. Like I have also went there, and the food tasted just bland. So I would not recommend him or her to visit that type of restaurants. Like it looks really fancy from outside, but the food is just really disappointing. So
hmm,
maybe there are some street side hotels that I have visited, and they are not just like how people say them to be, like they're dirty and all that. They aren't. So I would recommend some street side hotels here are like there is a biryani shop over here. It
hmm.
has really tasty biryani. It's delicious. So I'd recommend him to like just taste it one time, and if he likes it, then he can. And then yes, there are some fancy restaurants that I have visited, and I really like the taste, like especially the pulao and all those. It's really good and it's hygienic and clean. So yes, so these are all.
Okay, so are you fond of eating biryani?
Not really, but if it is tasty, then I love all tasty foods.
Aha. Spoken like a true Bengali.
Yes.
Okay, so which food amongst all the foods that you like, which one is your favorite?
I think any paneer item, like I really love paneer a lot. So any paneer item, especially shahi paneer
Hmm.
or palak paneer and all these are like my favorite.
And sweet dish?
Sweet dish, I I love rasgullas. Yes, I think everybody loves it. But if I talk about others like dry sweet, like shandesh and everything, I also love that. Like shandesh is one of my favorite sweets.
Okay, okay, okay. So sad that I also love Sandesh, but you do not get it anywhere around here.
Oh,
Delhi, you
over
have to go to PR Park to get a nice Sandesh.
and over here in any street shop, like any sweet shop, you will get sandesh. It's like the most famous sweet.
Yeah. So, what place would you take your friend shopping?
Like grocery shopping.
Okay, tell me both grocery and clothes and everything that daily
Yes,
essential
yes,
clothes, everything.
yes. Um, the place where I live, like it is the heart of the city, so town. So in over here, like any shops, there are a lot of clothes shop over here. Like maybe malls. There are malls, but there are like 5 to 6 malls just in this place. So some are like affordable. Yes, affordable is a thing, but some are not actually good. So I would tell him that these are not good, so don't go there. But it depends upon the taste of what type of dresses you wear. Maybe I would not like it, but he would like it. So I would try to recommend him you just visit them one time, and then you and then you buy what is according to you the good thing. So that happens with clothes, but groceries, yes, there are certain big malls over here. Like there is a mall known as Wa Bazaar.
Hmm.
So it is a good shop to find everything. If you need anything, you will find it over there. But if you need like certain things like sugar, maybe, or salt, soybean, something like that, I would recommend like street sides grocery stores that are there. They are really affordable, but you will not get everything there, but these small things you can buy it from there.
Okay, okay. So excellent. You articulate your thoughts nicely. Okay. So, which places near the city would you suggest him or her to go for a weekend getaway? Are there any places for like a little holiday or something?
um Not really, but yes, there is a forest over here, like it
Which
is in
one?
Raiganj only. It's Kulik Forest. So it's like it's really a tourist destination over here. Like it's a bird sanctuary. Like all the birds come here during the winter. So it's a really beautiful place. If you want to have a nice trip over there, it's a really beautiful place. It's a forest, and so I tell him to go there. Maybe if you want to go for a morning walk, or for just to spend an entire day over there, then that is good. But otherwise, here there are not so many resorts or hotels to spend, and to feel like a tourist, there are not so many hotels over here. So maybe
Hmm.
that is only the tourist destination that I would recommend to someone who comes here.
Okay. Okay. So, tell me, what if your friend is in a split, whether regarding whether he or she should move to your city or not, and you are to convince that friend? How would you convince him or her to move in to your city?
Maybe well, the first thing that he would face is that he doesn't want to come to the city, and I get why, because here not many things are available, that is true. But if he needs to come to the city, then he has to. So well, I have to convince him for his good only. So yes, maybe at first I would say that everything would be fine, we would take good care of him or her. And it is a very familiar place, everyone is nice over here. Nobody will say anything to you. It is totally nice. You will feel extremely good if you live over here.
Hmm.
And then if he has already bought an apartment or something, then he has to stay over here, right? So like that is a thing, that if you have bought an apartment, then everything is okay, there is
Hmm.
nothing else. Because there are a lot of apartments over here, and many people live, maybe they are not from Raigans, but they live over here. So there are many families like that who come from outside and live. So
Hmm.
well, he is not the only one, I have to assure him that. And then when he comes here, I have to make him familiar with the places, so that he
Hmm.
doesn't feel insecure.
Okay, okay, excellently put. So, do you think the place that you live in is safe from robbery or any kind of threats?
It's okay. Like for a town, is good. I would not
Hmm.
say like a lot of robbery or thefts or something like that happens over here. Like from Kolkata, like if you compare it with Kolkata, then it is quite safe. Of course, a lot safer
Okay, I
than
was
Kolkata.
expecting that.
Yes, yes, yes. These small towns are much safer than those big cities. Um,
Cities.
so yes, it is pretty safe.
Hmm. And what if your friend feels unsafe? How are you going to lend him or her a helping hand and make them feel secure?
Yes, I think so. I would tell him or her at first, to choose a place where, it is like everyone is lively, not to live in a place where there is not so many houses or something like that, because over there maybe you would feel a little bit creepy sometimes. Yes, and there is a place over here that is there is the hospital, the police station, the fire station, everything is around it. I don't live in that place, but I think that is the best place to live in this
Hmm.
town. So you have the police station, you have the hospital, any emergency, then you can go there in a go. So that is the place I would recommend him to stay. And of course, I would give him or her my number or my
Hmm.
parents' number. So if anything happens, anything wrong happens, then he could call me for anything, like if it is any
Hmm.
emergency. Yes.
Okay. What is that one advice, one golden advice that you'd give to your friend who's moving to your city?
Everything is going to be all right, because at first you will feel really insecure with what you are doing, but everyone has to transfer one day. Like, you cannot stay at the entire same place for your entire life. Everyone has
Hmm.
to transfer. So you have to do it right. So everything is going to be all right. It just at first feels really bad, but it just goes away. The feeling just goes away and you get familiar with that place.
Do you read frequently, Adrija?
Yes, a lot.
What do you read?
Yes.
What do you read? What kind of
Um,
genres are you in?
I read, yes, in novels, mystery, then fiction, and
Hmm.
I don't have really that much of genre. I just read whether it is a series or just a single book. I read it. If I like it, then I read it.
Okay, so no particular hard
Yes.
preference. Anything
No.
that you like, you'd read.
Yes, yes. Fiction is just my favorite genre, maybe, but I read all.
Excellent. I think you're a great speaker. You're very confident, and but you need to flourish your vocabulary a little more. And now that I know that you already read a lot, you don't need to worry about anything. You're pretty good. I like you a lot.
Thank you.